Land, jumping on to do my regular live that I do every Thursday morning. So I do apologize, I wasn't live last week, but I was helping build a roof out the side of my house with my dad and my mum, and so we had days and days of work, and they arrived on Wednesday morning, and my plan was to do a Wednesday morning live, and that didn't happen. So I've jumped on a couple of times this week, just sporadically throughout the week, just when I've had a chance. So if you haven't seen those videos, you can go back and watch the replay here on my YouTube channel or over on my Facebook page. You can scroll through the video tab and find it on my Facebook page. But I've been having a little bit of fun with the brand new products. So when you get the notification that I've gone live, please jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions throughout my live today, please feel free to ask any questions you may have. Now I'm going to put, I can't show you the inside of the catalog, so I'm just going to put a tab in the inside because I need to make sure I have it at the page that I've got it. All right, so I've got a couple of things that are happening with my business at the moment. So good morning, Julie. I can see I've got some people popping on. So when you get the notification, as I said, please jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And if this is the first time that you've watched me, please say hello and introduce yourself, because I love meeting new people and I love all of my avid followers that I have that always jump on live with me, which is really, really fantastic. This is the most favorite time of my week, hanging out and crafting with you all. Hey Fran, are you off work this morning? Day off. So welcome everybody, and please enjoy this free crafty session that I have in store for you today. So of course we've got a few things going on at the moment with Stampin' Up. We've got a really, really awesome sale happening at the moment. So what I wanted to tell you is, anytime we have an awesome sale happening, any of those reduced item prices, you can actually pop into a starter kit and join Stampin' Up and get so much more value for your money. So if you have some things that I'm showing you some of the sale items today. I've got a couple of things that are on sale, a couple of my favorite items that are on sale, and you can pop them into a starter kit and you get to choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169. And you totally can just join to be a discount shopper. So you can join to be a part of a crafty community and enjoy getting your Stampin' Up products at a discounted rate. So let's jump into, I'll just do a few of those notifications of things that I have happening in my business to start off with, and then we will get into our crafting. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera there. Okay, so Last Chance Products is fantastic. So sadly, our mini catalog, which is our holiday catalog, which I will grab mine. This catalog here, there's so many things that are retiring. So I know that you've probably finished your Christmas crafting by now, or if not, you're probably full swing in it. But if there's things in here that were on your wish list, a lot of things have been massively reduced. So if that's the case, jump on, see what's available. A lot of things have sold out already, so it's while supplies last. So sadly, what happens is this catalog is leaving, so things are retiring, but new products are coming from our new mini catalog that we have that is starting on the 4th of January next year. So if you're interested in purchasing any products from this new mini catalog, because we as demonstrators are able to purchase right now, and as I said, you can purchase these products right now in a starter kit, and we are enjoying celebration, so we're earning celebration items, so we get 3 months of celebration, not just 2. So if you're interested, please feel free to reach out. I am a no pressure person. Whatever you want to get out of your Stampin' Up is what I offer. We have a great crafty community of team members all over Australia. It doesn't matter where you live. We connect via Zoom. We connect in person if you live locally. And it's all about being a part of a crafty community. We have weekly challenges that we do in our team page. So you get to be a part of a Facebook team group. We have business. I have free business training for each and every one of my team members if they wanted to run it as a business, no matter what level of business. But it's a really, really great community you're a part of. Not to mention you get 20% discount. So any of the sale items that are still available can be popped into a starter kit. So if you're interested and you have any more questions, please feel free to call me. I'm more than happy to take phone calls and chat with you at any stage. And I'm just going to pop my phone number up on the bottom of the screen there. So if you ever have any questions about anything to do with crafting, please feel free to give me a call. 2-day summer retreat registration is open, and I am so amazed at the the amount of response we've had so far. I'm nearly at I'm getting at 2/3 capacity right now. So if you're interested in attending my 2-day summer craft retreat, then I suggest the information is in the show more box down below the link to register. It's $190 to register. I will be using the By the Bay. I think it's called By the Bay. Hang on, I'll tell you what it is. I will be using this one here. Seaside Bay, sorry. I will be using the Seaside Bay stamp set. You will get the stamp set and the die set as part of your retreat payment. You will get the bundle. You will also get designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, cardstock, and a PDF tutorial showing you how to make 8 projects. It's 2 days of great fun. I offer it as a retreat in a box as well. So if you don't live locally, they're held in Beaudesert in Queensland. So if you're on the Gold Coast, if you're on Brisbane, I'm only 45 minutes to an hour away. If you wanted to come hang out, there's some motels here in town, or there's some other motels that are smaller motels about 20 minutes drive from here if you didn't want the big drive backwards and forwards for the 2 days. But it is a super, super fun event, and it's getting very, very popular. So my suggestion is to definitely get in and book your spot. All right. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining. Elizabeth, hello. All right. And then December Stamps Club. So you may ask, what is Stamps Club all about? Now, Stamps Club is a $50 a month flat fee payment. It's a subscription class. So if you wanted to subscribe, there is a PayPal link over on my business page that you can subscribe to my December monthly club, Stamps Club. I will be cutting kits next week. So if you want to get in on this one, I will be taking registrations and new members up until probably the middle of next week, but the kits will definitely be cut at the end of the week. So I need to know definite numbers by probably Tuesday next week. So this is really great. You get to make 6 cards. You get a video tutorial showing you step by step how to make the 3 designs, and you make 2 of each. You get everything supplied, so you don't have to have the dies. You can do the monthly, the $50 per month. You will get the stamp set as a part of it, and you will need your own inks and adhesives and tools. But other than that, all of the die cuts that are in it will be done. We're using the Nature's Harvest stamp set this month. So now if you already own the Nature's Harvest stamp set, that's totally okay. You can choose another stamp set to the same equal value or less, and I will order that in replacement, and you will still get the kit and the video tutorial for the Nature's Harvest. So it's a great club to be a part of. It's a monthly rolling subscription. So every month it's $50 and you get a stamp set. We vote each month at the beginning of the month which stamp set we're going to do. I put 3 choices in the group. There's a Facebook group that can be a part of, and you will get access to all of my other videos that I have done over the years of doing Stamps Club, and I've been doing it for years. And I want to introduce something super, super exciting. Rose Ward and myself have decided to partner up again because by popular demand, people love it when Rose and I craft together. So we are having a January 2023 craft party. Now, what that means is we are going to be doing Zoom videos. So there'll be 3 videos, I think, from Rose and 3 videos from myself. It will start on my Saturday, which will be in the US. It will be on a Friday. It costs $55 here in Australia to register. You have to register with me if you're in Australia, and if you're in the US, you have to register with Rose. Now, for that, you're going to get a product goodie bag to that value sent out to you. So we've selected some beautiful products out of the brand new mini catalog that you will be getting. I do not have the registration link at the moment. I will be working on that as soon as I get off this live video. I will be creating the event and sending out the email telling everybody about this craft party and taking registrations. So it's $55 in Australia, and you are going to get $55 worth of awesome brand new product from the January mini catalog. So it will be super, super awesome. It's happening on, as I said, Saturday, the 21st of December. If you're not available to attend the live sessions and things, there will be recordings of the videos so you can catch it up later on. So it doesn't matter if you're not available on that day, but it's going to be a super, super fun event. So we are going to craft as much as we can and use as many of the brand as we can to showcase all of the things that have out of the January to April mini catalog. So that is super fun. So if you are not on my email list, I suggest you go down to the sign up for my email list in the show more box down below on YouTube, or over on Facebook. It'll be in the description of this video, because I will be emailing out the registration and everything as soon as I get it sorted after this live video today. And that is all. Okay, let's get to crafting, because that's what you're here for. So the first thing I wanted to use today was the Soft Seedlings stamp set. And I also wanted to use these gorgeous leaf label and amber gem combo pack. Now, both of these things are reduced. Donna, is it happening December or January? Elizabeth, what are you asking me? Is the craft party? Okay. Yeah, wrong. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. It is happening in January. I am so sorry. It's not happening in December. It's happening in January. Thank you for pointing that out. See, I need somebody to be my person that is actually going to check my things. I need a proofreader. So sorry, it's happening in January, 21st of January. Sorry about that. But I will put the details, and I will get the flyer done correctly after I jump off this video. So Soft Seedlings stamp set was one of my favorite stamp sets, and I just believe that these absolutely go gorgeous with that. So now I don't know what I'm going to create with this, but I'm sure it's going to be something really beautiful. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of participation here for the people that are watching. What color do you think? Tell me some color schemes of what you think I should use to create this card. So I'm thinking we could do like a definite like fall type of coloring. Let me see if I've got any card bases of that color. So type in the comments what you think might be your color combinations for this card. I was thinking something like Cajun Craze. I've got Cajun Craze and I've got Pumpkin Pie. So I was thinking we could do a definite sort of fall-y type of autumn leaf colors. So I was thinking I've got Cajun Craze, I've got Pumpkin Pie. The other colors that I thought would be all right, which I don't even know whether I have any of those cut. I don't think I do. Is some nice, well, we could do, don't want to do black. We need to do some browns. I don't have any browns. I'm redoing all of my drawers, and I'm still not organized with all of my card bases cut. Crushed curry. Oh, I could do some crushed curry, because I'm nearly positive I have crushed curry in my drawer here. I do. Okay. Well, I think, what do you reckon? These colors? Crumb cake. I don't seem to have any of those colors cut. But I can. We might get crumb cake out, because crumb cake might actually be a really good card base color. So let's cut a card base in crumb cake. Okay. All right, I think we have a color scheme. What do you think? We'll see what we can use here. And of course, I'm probably going to need, I would say, a nice, very vanilla layer for the front. So let's grab some very vanilla. That one. And we'll cut some layers for the insert and for the front. Okay, so let's do one that way. And one for the insert. Okay, so that's my insert layer. I'll pop that over there, and that's my front layer. All right, we might need that for a sentiment. You never know. Okay. They all look good, Elizabeth, you think? All right, so I wanted to just make a really nice, quick, easy card with this, just to show you. So let's get out those colors in inks. So we've got Cajun, we've got pumpkin pie, we've got crushed curry, and crumb cake. Okay, so there we go. We've got the ink colors, we've got the card base color. All right, so I think I'm just going to, I'm going to do crumb cake as the card base, because I just think that's going to go really nicely. Sorry, let me get that phone number out of the way. There we go. All right, so I'm feeling like I would like, I don't know, well, we'll do the layers later. We'll do this bit first. So I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper from here, and we'll do a little bit of stamping. I'm so happy to have my bench back again, that I can stamp without having to use a pierce mat all the time. It's so nice to not actually have to use a pierce mat. All right, so I'm going to grab this big stamp. Now, I wonder, do I have a block to fit that one? So this stamp is absolutely gorgeous, and it has been, yeah, there is. It has been one of my favorite stamp sets out of this catalog. I don't know about you. Who else actually owns this stamp set, or who hasn't seen this stamp set? And I'm probably thinking, if you haven't seen the stamp set and then you see me play with it today, you're probably going to go, oh my God, I actually want that. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of different colors here. I'm going to stamp up the stamp with crushed curry to start off with, and I'm going to use some daubers, some sponge daubers. So I'm inking up with crushed curry. So crushed curry is more or less like my lightest color that I'm using. Sorry, just touched my light. Okay, so crushed curry is the light color, and then I'm actually going to use the pumpkin pie. So I'm going to find a dauber that looks like pumpkin pie, which that one looks all right. And then I'm going to use one for Cajun craze, which I think that one looks all right. Okay, so this is a trick that I do quite often, and I love the effect of it. I just think it's really, really nice for getting some different colors. So I'm going to do some pumpkin pie. So I've got the crushed curry on there. I'm then going to add some pumpkin pie. Then I'm going to grab my Cajun craze, and I'm going to go around the tips with the Cajun craze just to get a darker look. Okay, and then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to huff on that, and we're going to be able to stamp that really nicely right smack bang in the middle of our layer. So the reason that I huff on it is to get a really nice, do I want to do that? Or no, I'm going to do it that way, is to get a little bit more moisture on there to make sure that it's going to stamp really nicely. Okay, look at that. Now, don't you just go, oh, that's so pretty, because it is. It is so, so nice. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, just with my ink colors, I'm just going to do some couple of little bits of leaves, and I'm going to just ink up with some different colors. I'm going to do some little leaves popping in different colors here on the edge. Okay, so we've got some crushed curry there. I'm then going to, I don't have to clean off because this is a darker color again. So I'm then going to go to my pumpkin pie and pop some in there. And then I'm actually going to go into my Cajun craze and pop some just in there. I don't want to overpower things too much. And maybe one just up and through there. So we've got now a really nice border of some gorgeous leaves. Now, this stamp set, I don't think, what have I got? I think I'm just going to go Thinking of You, So Grateful. So Grateful is quite nice. Thinking of You, though, I think I like Thinking of You. I think it's really nice. All right, so we're just going to grab a block, and I think I'm going to do Thinking of You down here in Cajun Craze. Just like that. And then I wanted to use some of these just as a little bit of a decoration. These are gorgeous. So we have these beautiful leaves, and I think I just want to pop one. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to pop one up there in the corner, and I'm going to use one of the other stamp sets, one of the other sentiments. I'm going to stamp hello, or am I going to stamp for you? No, I'm going to say hello. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a little block, and I'm going to stamp with the Cajun Craze, hello. I'm then also going to take this leaf. I'm just wondering what I've got there. I've got Cajun Craze on there. So I'm just going to take the leaf. I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to stamp a couple of little leaves coming in on the edges. Like that. Okay, so we've created a little bit of a look on there. And then I'm going to pop this up on the front of the card on dimensionals, and I've now put ink everywhere. But anyway, I'm going to pop it up on the front of the card with some dimensionals and just put a cute little bow. So let's get rid of the ink. All right, so I don't get too inky, even though I've got it on my fingers already. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals, which I put off to the side here just a while ago. I had them. Where did I put them? Ah, right there. Underneath a bit of paper that I just put over towards my right. It's always the way, isn't it? So I'm just going to pop that up with some dimensionals. I could have stamped the leaf on top of it. I could have. It would have probably fit. All right. But I'm just going to do that there like that. Then, of course, I'm going to do a Cajun Craze layer for underneath it, because we've got the crumb cake card base. So we'll do Cajun Craze as a layer underneath. All right. I'm going to pop that in under there like that, because it's going to go on our crumb cake base. So I'm just going to glue that on with some liquid glue. You love the stamp set? All right. Virginia is saying she loves the stamp set. There we go. And then, of course, I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals as well on the front. Because I can. I mean, we all know that I pop just about every project up. We got to add a little bit of 3D dimension to our projects, don't we? Okay, and I'll just do that there, and oh, believe it or not, I don't have a pair of scissors sitting on my desk here. Now that could be a problem. I'll be back in one tick. I was hanging my Christmas lights up last night because I was feeling like I was a little bit out of the loop in my neighborhood. All of these people had Christmas lights up everywhere, and I was the only house in a row of houses that didn't have any Christmas lights up. So I was like, well, I can't really let the neighbors down and not have Christmas lights. Maybe I should put some Christmas lights up. So I was smack bang in the middle of putting my Christmas lights up when my mum and dad rang me, and they FaceTimed me, so I had to physically stop. They were like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm up a ladder, and I was actually hanging Christmas lights. So I had to stop what I was doing and chat to them. And then by the time I actually got back out, it was dark. So I was trying to hang the lights up in the dark. And of course, they're solar lights, so they didn't have any power. So I can't actually see how they're going to look until tonight, until I actually get on there tonight and see how good they look. But anyway, so then I'm going to use some of our gorgeous elegant trim twine. So this comes in silver and gold. So this I find is my favorite go-to twine when it comes to, and well, I think this is in our annual catalogue, so I'm sure it should be available. I'm going to tie just a bow, and that's going to go on that top of the leaf there where it's got the hole. Now, I could have threaded it through the hole. So everyone says, why did you not tie it through the hole? Now, I could have done that if I wanted to. But you know what? Honestly, I think with glue dots these days, we can tie a really nice bow and we can just sit it there and no one's ever going to know that it wasn't tied through that hole. And I just think it makes life easier. So sometimes with our crafting, we've got to not overthink things too much. We've got to try and do things that are easy and quick for us to get the job, well, not the job done, but to enjoy what we're doing and not overthink it and not be too stressed about what we're doing. So I'm just going to stick a glue dot right there, and then my bow is going to stick into it like that. And then, of course, we have these gorgeous gems that come with it. So we're going to pop a couple of those around, which will look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to pop that one and that one up there. I'm going to pop a smaller one here and maybe another smaller one down there. So that's the front of our card. And then I thought what I would do on the insert is just do a nice border again on the insert. So I'm going to bring in my scrap bit of paper. I'm going to grab my stamp, and I probably should clean it this time because I'm going to use different coloured inks as we go. So I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Scrub. Now, if you haven't seen our Stampin' Scrub, I am telling you, this is my go-to for cleaning my stamps. Super easy. You use our Stampin' Mist and we have a good, awesome, clean stamp. Easy as. And it sits on my desk all the time. So I know I have a lot of people that say to me, what do you use for your cleaning your stamps, that is my go-to. So I'm just going to ink up that, and we'll do a couple of Cajun crays, crushed curry. And I'm just going to do Cajun crays. I think there's I don't think we need the orange in amongst it, but we may. I think that's enough. I don't think we need to overpower it too much. But look at that border. Isn't that just stunning? I'm telling you, it is a gorgeous stamp set. So if you don't have it, I actually had a team member, and one of my new team members, and she actually watched a video of me using this stamp set. And I noticed the next morning that she'd placed an order, and I said, "Oh, you placed another order?" And she said, "Yes, I seen you use that stamp set." And she said, I was like, "Oh my God, I have to have that." Because isn't that just simply stunning? Easy, very quick, easy. The stamp is the star of the show. I'm telling you, you can make some gorgeous cards. You could change up the colors too for whatever theme that you are going for. So you may want more of a summery theme. You could change it up and use some greens. I know with me, I've done some beautiful, like my favorite blackberry blackberry bliss, and blackberry bliss and blushing bride, and grey granite I think I used. So I love doing that as well. But as you can see, so the stamp set itself, so I'll bring that back in, the Soft Seedlings stamp set, it is reduced from $35 to $21 now here in Australia. And these gorgeous leaf label and amber gems combo pack, they were $14. They're only $5.60. So you could jump on and grab a couple of packs. And I'm telling you, there is, does it say? It says 50. It says that there's 50 leaves. I used these as a decoration for one of my retreats. I decorated some boxes with the leaves. I think they're great. So yeah, you could get that and get them reduced. Thank you for sharing, Alice. All right, so let's move on. Now I've got brand new product now, and that's what you've all been waiting for, isn't it? So I wanted to play with the two-tone Flora stamp set and the dies. So I just want to show you, it's got this gorgeous die, which is a great background die, and then it also has the dies to cut out the flowers. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to case from the catalog, because the catalog is really awesome. The way they have things in our catalog for us to get inspiration. I always tend to go to the catalog first. When I've got brand new products, sorry, I'm just cleaning up so I don't have too much of a mess here. When I've got brand new products and I'm sort of stumped, we're all stumped when we get brand new products. I know that you all think that we have this wonderful imagination and we can come up with all these things, but sometimes I need to see things used as well, like to get the idea. So what I thought was I would just go to the catalog, and I was just going to case one of the cards out of the catalog just to see, because I loved the technique that they used. So I've actually cut this die out of vellum. Okay, so can you see that gorgeous intricate die? Now you could cut it and use it as a layer, but I'm actually going to do a super fun thing with this morning. I'm going to use it as a stencil with some blending brushes. So this is where I think doing things like this, you can take your dies to a whole new level, and you can use them for all different purposes. So I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock, which I'm going to have to cut some. So I'm sorry about this. I wasn't fully organized this morning because I was on a leaders meeting for Stampin' Up this morning. So I actually was busy. I got up really early this morning And I've been on a leaders meeting for like an hour and a half before I jumped onto here. So the leaders meeting started at 6:30 a.m. in the morning for me. So I had to get up, get makeup on, get all organized for the meeting. So I've had a really early morning start, but of course the meeting went a lot longer than I expected. And then I wasn't really organized as well as I should have been for my live video. You're really getting me crafting on the fly, because that's exactly what I'm doing. So those two can be inserts, and the other ones that I just cut out can be for the front. Now I'm just physically going to case what they did in the catalog here. So what they did was they took a white piece of cardstock and they used this over the top. Now you could tape it down. If you had some painter's tape, you could tape it down. And if I knew where to find my painter's tape at the moment, that would be a really great thing for me to be able to grab. But of course, as I said, I'm midstream in reorganizing all of my craft room, trying to get everything in its place. And of course, I don't know, who else is the type of person that when you go to reorganize, you end up in more of a mess than before you started? So I'm actually not going to use painter's tape to stick it down because I don't know where mine is. Hang on, let me try this drawer. And no, it's not in there. And you know what? I'll probably find it straight away after I get off the video. But so I'm just going to grab one of my blending brushes, and I'm going to blend with just our soft sea foam. So they've done a gorgeous card and I love the colors. So we're going to use a soft sea foam card base, and we're also going to blend with the soft sea foam as well. So I'm going to ink up. So we have our blending brushes, which you buy them 4 in a pack, and I think they're like $21 to buy 4 of them in a pack. I'm going to struggle with this because I don't have any tape to tape it down, but we will go with the flow. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to use this as a stencil, and I'm just going to blend carefully with this die cut piece. And it doesn't matter if you don't get anything too even. That's totally okay, because all we're doing is blending a little bit of a background in behind. So if you, I mean, that one there is a little bit hard because it's got little tiny pieces that are sticking up. The rest of it's not too bad. So I'm trying not to move it. I'm taking off the excess, and then I'm just going to blend. Are you ready for me to reveal the magic? Here we go. Look at that. So we have a gorgeous blended background. Okay. Now, as I said, it doesn't have to be too even. I'll bring it up a bit closer. It doesn't have to be too even, because the idea is we're just getting a little bit of a blended background in that behind the scenes. All right, now I'm going to need some more basic white, because we're going to do some stamping. Now, I haven't used this stamp set, so this is me on the fly, about to hopefully not humiliate myself, but I haven't had the stamp set out. As you can see, brand new stamp set, haven't used it. So they've stamped some gorgeous flowers here. So one, I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. Am I going to use Flirty Flamingo? No. Yeah, I am. Going to use Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo for one flower. And then I'm going to use Pale Papaya, I think. And I might just use that stamped off, and so half strength and full strength. And then I'm going to use Tahitian Tide, and I might use Tahitian Tide with Balmy Blue. So I'm just guessing here what they've done as far as the flowers, but we will give it a go. So let's mount these flowers up. So as you can see, we have some solid flowers, and we also have some more intricate flowers. So what I find is probably the best way to do it is do the intricate part first and then line up with the solid part over the top. And the solid part, I'm gonna just practice on a bit of paper first and make sure that I get it right before I actually go to do the actual flowers themselves. So I'm just going to mount them up. So I'm assuming that this one here, that one goes with that one. They look pretty easy actually. That one goes with that one. Okay, so we've got that and that. We've got this one here on that block, that one, and this one. I'll grab some more blocks. That one. Okay, so we've got those two that go together. We've got this one and this one that will go together. So we'll grab some smaller blocks for those ones. Okay. That one and that one. And I think that's about all I need at the moment. All right, so let's start this process and see how we go. Washi tape sometimes work, Crystal. I know if I had washi tape. And I am definitely crafting on the fly here. All right, so let's do the large one first. So the large one, I'm going to do the detailed piece. So I'm just going to do this on scrap paper to see how we're going to go. So we've got detailed piece, and then we've got the more solid part of the flower. So then once we've got the detailed piece, we can then line up our solid part really, really easy. And that, look at that beautiful flower we have just created. I'm pretty happy with that one. That's pretty perfect. So we know what we're doing there. So let's grab the bit of white paper and do that one because it worked. All right, so let's ink up our Melon Mambo. So I'm just going to ink up the Melon Mambo, stamp it down, and then ink up the Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to line that up just over the top of that solid one. Sorry, over the top of the detailed one. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do the next one. The next one in the picture is Pale Papaya. So I don't know whether this one's going to work. So I'm just going to see if this works. So we're going to do the detailed part in Pale Papaya there. And then we're going to do the solid part. Now, do I have this right? I feel like I don't. I feel like that should be up there like that. Is it or isn't it? Let me see. Oh, I did have that. No, that, I don't know. We'll go like this. We'll go like this and see if it works. So, okay. So I think I need to stamp off. I think I need to, oh, and I did that on my proper bit of card. All right. So I think we need to do that one. And then I think this one, we're going to need to stamp off and then stamp on it. And I think it goes that way. I seriously do. Oh, there's a piece there. Okay, I just seen that. There's a piece there that you can line up. Okay, sometimes, yeah, that's much better. See the piece here that's white? There's a piece there that you can line up. So that will actually help you with lining this one up to make sure that you get it right. Okay, so that's much better. So let's stamp that one down here. So we'll go, we'll go down there like that. Lucky I've got a bit more room on my bit of paper. Stamp off, and then we're going to line up that little piece in the middle. So line it up with that gap in the middle. We've stamped off and then stamp on. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do Balmy Blue and Tahitian Tide for the small one. So I'm going to do Tahitian Tide in and not on there. We're going to go like this. And then we've got to work out with the Balmy Blue how we line that up with the Balmy Blue. So we're going to line up, obviously, the 5 circles in the middle. Let me see. 5 circles in the middle, that way. There, yeah, that's looking good. So line up those circles in the middle. Bam! Just like that. Well, that one's a bit of a fizzer, but we'll do a good one on the white bit. Okay, so we're going to ink up that. I'm going to go like that in our Tahitian Tide. Then we're going to ink up with our Balmy Blue. We're going to look at those circles and line that up with those little dots in the middle. That one looks much better. Bam! So we have 1, 2, 3 flowers. Done. So as you can see, they're actually not that hard to line up, and they give you these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. So exactly what the stamp set is called, two-tone flowers. All right, so I'm just going to clean up all those so I don't get all over me and pop them over there. All right, so now we're actually going to use the matching dies that goes with this set, and we're going to cut those out. So let's use those. I'll put those all out of the way. All right, so let's bring in our cut and emboss, and we'll line those up. Okay. All right, that, and we will grab this out. I do have to do some more stamping and die cutting, but we can do that in a little while. So that's our big flower there to get cut out. This one here is our medium flower, so that's this pale papaya one down here. So when you're doing these, just line them up until, just keep rotating them until they actually fit, which, hang on and I see what I've got here. That looks like a definite in bit there. Oh, look at that. Okay, perfect. There. And then we've got the smaller one. Oh, now which one out of this one do you think is the smaller one? It looks like this one here. Do you think I'm going to have the right one? Or is it this one? No, I think it's the other die. I actually think it's this die. Well, we'll soon see, won't we? Let's rotate that around a bit. Let's see what we can see. There's a bit of a bumpy bit. Well, now you're seeing me really do. No, I do think it's this one. To tell you the truth, I think it's that one right there. It is. There you go. So the idea would probably be to definitely line them up and work out which ones fit where and mark them. So mark them on your die and mark them on your stamp set as well. You love the red one. Well, yeah, pink. It's Magenta Madness and that one moved a little bit, but that's okay. We'll go with the flow. It's Magenta Madness, and I'm going to put that back on there a little bit and cut it a little bit more. So this is a trick too. When you muck up one of your die cuts, which I just did, I'm just going to pop it on there and cut that little edge bit off. So I've just moved the die over a little bit and just obviously when I put my plate down, it moved. Okay. And we'll run that through. And that will just cut it a little bit closer and make it look a little bit better cut out. Look at that. Much better. All right, so we've got our 3 flowers. Now we need to stamp some of these cute little leaves, and we'll cut some of those out. So I'll just pop that cut and emboss over to the side for a minute, and we'll stamp some of the leaves. So we have, whoops, a daisy. we have this leaf just here. One of my dies just fell on the ground. This leaf just here. All right, so we'll grab a block and we'll stamp a couple of leaves. The leaves look like they've done it in evening evergreen. So we'll grab that. I'm going to turn that over because we've got more space on the back then to stamp. So we'll do, and my evening evergreen so needs to be re-inked. There we go. Let's get into the corner there. How many leaves do we need? Only 2? Yeah. 2. Okay. Now the only thing is with this stamp set, there is no sentiment. So we're probably going to use a sentiment out of the soft seedlings because we've got that out, and we will be able to use that as our sentiment stamp. And I think sometimes it's really good to have stamps that don't have the sentiments, because then you can actually mix and match with other stamps that you have. Oh, and I do have to stamp one more thing. So we'll cut these out and see what space I've got to stamp one more thing. So I've got that. I might need a new bit of white cardstock. That's one leaf. And another leaf. So if you've just jumped in, this is a brand new product that's available in the January to April mini catalogue, but it can be purchased in a starter kit right now. So you can actually pop them in a starter kit and buy them right now this month and start earning free celebration items this month in your next order after your starter kit. So I still need to stamp just a leafy image. I need another bit of cardstock. What have I got here? There's a scrap. I might have a scrap big enough that I can do it. Let me see. This scrap here. Oh, hopefully that one will be big enough. There's a Stampin here. Yeah, this one down here. So we're going to just use that one. Okay, and I'm looking at that and it looks like it's done in... I'm going to probably go with Balmy Blue with this one. Okay, let's bring in our Balmy Blue. I'm going to put that die in there so I don't lose the little leaf die. Balmy Blue's right here. So we'll ink that one up in our Balmy Blue. And stamp that down. I mean, this one here, Margaret, is definitely my favourite. Out of all of them, this one is definitely my favourite. I think it's gorgeous. All right, now we have a die that matches that, which is this one just here. So we will grab that cut and emboss again. And run that one through. And that's all of our bits and pieces that we need. Now we're just going to be able to assemble this gorgeous card. Okay, so we have that. And I was looking for my cutting pad and it's right there under everything. And Alice has said that she loves the pink one as well. It all seems to be, it's our favourite. Everyone's voting and it's our favourite. All right. Now, I just need to clean myself up here a bit. So I've got a bit of room here. So I'm not getting out of control with everything. All right. So we have all of these pieces here. We have our, where did our sponged background go? I had it. Okay, let's clean up a bit so I can see if I can find it. There it is under there. There it is. Found. All right, I'm going to clean these up so I get them in there so I don't lose anything out of that. Okay. And people ask me, where do you put your dies? I put them in the stamp set with the stamp set so that I know exactly where they are. All right, so we have a soft seafoam card base, so we're going to fold that one in half and burnish it with my bone folder. Now, another thing, people, too, I'm actually going to start a Zoom crafty session. I'm going to cut that one down. I want it down just a little bit smaller than what it is. So I'm going to cut probably maybe a ½ inch off both sides, both the top and the bottom. I just want it to be a little bit smaller than what it is. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start a Zoom crafty session once a week, and I'm going to start on Sundays. I can't do it this Sunday because I have a gathering with my team this Sunday, but I'm going to start a Zoom crafty session that you can jump on and craft with me and have a chat on a Sunday night. So you missed what I used in the background, Margaret. Okay, so in the background, Margaret, I cut the background die that goes with the set, and then I cut it out of vellum and I used it as a stencil. So I can now pop that into my stamp set and I can have that for future times to create that gorgeous background. So that's as simple as it was. Really, really simple and really easy. I'm actually going to do the Thinking of You stamp, which is there. I'm going to clean that off, but I'm going to stamp that as my sentiment on this card because I need some Thinking of You stamps, cards to send out. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to grab just a strip of cardstock that I have that is a scrap, and I think I'm going to do it in our evening evergreen. Yeah, so when you've got like background dies like that, yeah, it's a good thing to create a stencil like that and then use it. You can use it as a background. There we go. Thinking of You. You can use it as a background layer, but it's also nice to be used as just a background, to use as a stencil. All right, so we've got that. So now it's just a case of adhering this together. So I'm going to, with this one, I'm going to adhere that down just straight onto my card. I'm so trying to get ink on me. Look at the ink on my fingernail there. All right. I'm just going to pop that. I think I want it. No, I want it that way. All right. So I'm just going to pop that right smack bang. Sorry, I'm too far down. Smack bang in the middle of my card. So just like that. Then, of course, I'm going to pop my sentiment coming over in here. So I'm just going to cut that round about there, and I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. So with a sentiment strip like that, I'm just going to use the edging of my dimensionals and just cut a strip of it and use the whole strip on the back like that. And I'm going to pop that straight across there. I think I want it a little bit like, oh no, I want it even with that there, just like that. Thinking of You. All right, now it's just a case of arranging these gorgeous flowers. So I want this one happening up through here. I want this one happening a bit down through here. I want this one happening tucked in over here under the pink. Then, of course, our little piece that's going to come up through here. And then, of course, some of our leaves, so we can have some leaves popping out through there and another lot of leaves popping out through there. I did this flower a little bit bigger than what it should have been, so maybe I might, let's arrange them a little bit differently. Can that one go in behind under there? It could actually tuck right in behind. Oh, look at that. Yes. And then we'll put the little one down here. I think I like that better. All right. So always do a dry run. When you are looking at what you want to do, always do a dry run to know where you want to pop anything in. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals on the back and just sit it there so I can then arrange the rest of the bits and pieces around. Okay, that and that, because I need to know where this blue bit's going to go and where this flower here is going to go. All right, so first of all, I'm going to take the blue bit out and I'm actually going to adhere that one down just with some liquid glue, so directly down onto that. Okay, because it's going to go in underneath that pale papaya one. Okay, so we have that happening there. The pale papaya one's going to get glued down, so we're going to pop that in, but then we're still going to look at where that pink one's going to sit so that we have the pale papaya sitting where we want it to sit. So about there like that. Okay, because I've still got this one sitting here. Now our little leaves, we're actually going to have the leaves popping in out through here. So I'm going to need to have a dimensional on the back of that leaf, but I'm also going to need liquid glue on this one here because it's actually going to adhere onto that sentiment label. So I'm going to grab a dimensional to go on the back of that leaf, or a bit of dimensional. So we'll do that bit there. And we will also, I just need to cut that a little bit. We will also do a bit of liquid glue and we'll glue that leaf in place. So the last thing I'm actually going to do is put that pink flower down because it's the one that's popped up. All right, so we have that. So we're just going to maneuver that in there where we want it, right there like that. Okay, so we've got our little leaf here. This one here needs dimensionals on it as well. So I'm going to pop it up. There. And we'll sit it where we want it to sit. And then we need to work out where we want that leaf to come out of. And I think I want the leaf to come out of just there. Just there like that. All right, so I'm going to glue that leaf down. Like that. We'll sit that back over how we wanted it. I want it to go around a bit like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop that flower up. All right, and that's going to go in there like that. Then last of all, we're going to pop that one up. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Anik. I just read that. I know, it's so hard, isn't it, with supply chain issues with China? We're having such a hard time with lots of things out of our control, sadly. Okay, so now they've actually got some thread on theirs for a bow. I'm actually going to use this gorgeous gold twine. And actually, to tell you the truth, I'm probably going to have to pull up that blue flower because they've actually got it in under the blue flower. So, well, their flower is pale papaya. I've changed mine around a little bit, but I'm making it my own. All right. Well, I might be able to, no, I really want to tuck it in underneath, I think. Yeah, I do want to tuck it in. So I might actually, I'll see how we go. Okay, so this is the elegant trim. again. I'm going to be able to do that. I'm just going to put it on a glue dot and then I'm going to poke it up in underneath that flower. So I'm just going to grab a glue dot. And so that's what I do. I put it on a glue dot and then I put it on the end of my pokey tool and then I can actually pop it in underneath where I need it to go. That's looking super cute. What do you think? All right. So, of course, we need to do an insert for the card. So I'm just going to open that up. Okay. I feel like I just want to do that gorgeous flower again because it's so pretty. So I want to do the Melon Mambo and my Flirty Flamingo. It's just too pretty not to. Okay, so let's do Melon Mambo down there in the corner. And the Flirty Flamingo part. Okay. Just there. And then I think I want to do some of the gorgeous leaves in Evening Evergreen. So we might do one right there like that. And we might do got Evening Evergreen on my fingers. Might do one just right there. And do I want, no, I don't want another one. I think that's enough. We'll just do that. And then I might do, I know what I'll do, this one in the Barley Blue. It can go up the side there. Let's do this one. Just here like this. Ah, yeah. Cute. Do we want to do another one down through here? Of course we do. Why not? All right. So I think that looks pretty gorgeous. What do you reckon? All right. Now, I don't have any of the embellishments that they've used on the card in the catalogue. So I think what I might do, I'll just pop that one in. I think I might use my favorite festive pearls because I can. And I don't know, are festive pearls still available here in Australia? Does anyone know? Let me double check. I bet they're sold out. They would absolutely possibly be sold out, I would think. I'm just going to double check and see. Let me see. Someone might already know. Discontinued. Let me see. Oh, I can't see them on there, so I think they're still available. Let me check in my online store. That will give me an idea. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if things are available. But of course, I'm going to use the festive pearls because I can. And they are my most favorite embellishment of all times. And I have them right here on my desk. So, of course, I'm going to use some gorgeous festive pearls. Let me see. I'm just going to... Oh, they're still available, people. They're not gone. All right, so because I've used gold, I'm going to use some gorgeous gold festive pearls just to pop around. And, I mean, Wink of Stella would be really nice on here. Do I have any? Let's see if this one's got any in it. Probably hasn't, but we will try. Let's see. Oh, it does. Let's spritz some Wink on here. Whoa, there we go. Spritzing is really happening. Okay. a major spritzing of Wink of Stella on there. So, so yeah, the festive pearls are still available. I have just double checked, so they are still available. Do they carry over? I would have to have a look on the carryover list, Anika. I don't actually really know. But see that, look at that. Doesn't that Wink of Stella spritzing just make it so much better? So there you go. Honestly, I mean, I've made 2 cards this morning. I know that I normally make more, but this one here was a little bit more involved, but brand new product that I think you're absolutely going to adore. As I said, these products are reduced. These products are brand new. They can all get put in a starter kit and you get to choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. Plus you get to earn free celebration items on any order after your starter kit in December, January, and February. Customers only get to earn free celebration items in January and February. So I would love to invite you into my Wild Heart Crafters community. It is a fun group to be a part of. We are a group of ladies all over Australia. It doesn't matter where you're from. You can join my team and we communicate through Zoom calls. But most of all, it's fun to be a part of a crafty community. We're actually going to go and have our Christmas party this weekend, this Sunday. We're all meeting at the club. We're just going to have a few drinks and have a meal together and just generally have a social catch up, which is what it's all about. I love being social with people and throwing crafting into the mix as well. So thank you everyone for watching today. Please give me a thumbs up if you really, really love what I'm doing. If you're not on my email list, make sure you join my email list for that craft party that Rose Ward in New York and myself are holding on the 21st of January, seeing I did my flyer wrong, 21st of January, and it's going to be probably like a 24-hour craft party. So it's really, really super fun. We're going to share as much as we possibly can. I will be jumping off now and creating that event. So if you're not on my email list, please make sure you join the email list so you get the email with the registration link. And it is, what was I going to say? It is $55 for Australians to join, and for $55, you're going to get $55 worth of product. So it's a win-win situation. Plus, you're going to get 24 hours of crafting, which is really, really super awesome. There'll be 3 live videos from myself and 3 live videos from Rose. So there'll be 6 videos altogether. And you will have some awesome brand new product out of the January catalog that we will send to you directly from Stampin' Up. So it will arrive like a Stampin' Up order, but you will have lots of new fun goodies to actually be able to play with. And we will be ordering those. We will be doing the registration and we will be ordering those in January. So if you want to come along, please feel free to come along. If you're in the US, you sign up with Rose. If you're in Australia, you sign up with me. If you are in any other country other than the US and Australia and you want to actually join, then by all means, I'm happy to do a price for you to just get the online content only. And I will add that into my registration as well. But that is definitely only if you are outside of our buying area. So if you're in Canada, you can have the online content only. If you're in Germany or the UK, you can definitely jump on and be a part of it as well. But I will do a price for the online content only. There will be no product sent to people that are outside of our buying area because it's Stampin' Up rules. We can't do it. Okay. So everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. Please feel free to share this video. Give me the thumbs up if you love what I did. And if you haven't subscribed before, please feel free to subscribe in that bottom right-hand corner on YouTube or follow me on Facebook. So thank you, everyone. My name's Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, and I sell all things to do with paper crafting, and I love sharing my love of crafting with others. So that's what I'm all about, is sharing what I love doing with other people, and I just want people to love crafting as much as I do. So thank you, everyone, and until next time, have a great